What's up, guys? Brian trading here. If you're hearing the noise in the background or anything, it's got a truck outside carrying on. But I'm gonna try to break down OSS here for you guys. Um, Not too much in the mood, but eh, let's make this video because we work through whatever. We don't stop. We push. We keep moving forward. So let's get this thing on the road here. Let me get logged in. Let's get logged in here, and we're gonna break down OSS. Sorry, not OSS. I'm already messing up. Focus is way off. OSN. Sorry. All right. So let me clear these things off of here for you guys. Get these things going. Get these things off. And okay, so all right. So here we have today. OSN, and it's the only stock that I traded today, so I'm not gonna break down anything else. Though we had a few movers today. Momentum was good today, actually. Um, but let's break this down. So here we have this thing here up over 100% in pre-market. Uh, Nice push. We have this thing up over 100% in pre-market. So um, here I'm thinking um, we have this top here 750. Bear with me, guys. We have this top here 750, and we have this pullback. We have this pullback here. I'm gonna pull it back right here. We have this pre-market pivot right here, right around 650, 650. So this was a good area. I was watching this area um, for this thing to squeeze up and break this area here in pre-market, so I could go for a long, but that didn't happen. You can see it downtrending. Um, but let's jump on a daily here. We're gonna break this thing down. So when you're on the daily, you can see there's nothing here, nothing at all here to hold this thing back. So we're gonna go back a little bit further. We're gonna go back 3 years and see. So here's the top here. So we have this 890 high here, 890 right here. But look at this. Look at this. The stock didn't get there. So we have nothing in between here. No type of resistance, nowhere until 890 for this thing to turn around. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. So all these days right here that we have these push, you can see all these days here, they're all gave back. All gave back. We have this massive spike right here, and it gave back everything. Closed week. And this is exactly what happened today again. We have this big push here and it gave back everything. So you see this thing is a giver backer. You know, it spike big and then give it all back. So at this point, you know, just this right here, just this candle right here will tell you exactly where the stock is going. Or where is it hidden for the for the end of the day. So we have this big spike here, and you give it all back. You see that on this day, big spike and gave it all back. You know, so history do repeats itself. So let's jump back here. So this is the weekly. We have this on a 3 year chart, and you can see there's no natural resistance nowhere to stop this thing, you know, from going. So, you know, I'm looking for this thing to run to you know, at least get to 890, and it got to a high of 696 or six whatever. So let's jump back here on the minute chart and break it down. So knowing that actually got to a high of 750. So knowing that there is no type of resistance anywhere until come on boy, stay with me. 890, right? There's no type of resistance until 890. So here's what I'm looking at. Here's what I'm looking at with this spike here. So we have 890, the next natural resistance up, right? So I'm thinking, there's no way this thing here, there's no way this thing here gonna squeeze up over 100% pre-market, right? And just dump out the gate. There's gonna be a squeeze at some point. At some point in the day, there's gonna be a squeeze in this area here. This area here, right? Let me go back in a little bit. This area right here, right, is what I talk about. This is what I talk about. Let me see if I can get one of these tools up. Give me a second here, guys. Bear with me. Let's try this thing here. This area here. Ah, did it work? This area right here is what I talk about all the time, right? All the time. In all my trades, all my videos, I talk about this area here. Now this is in between this consolidation right here, in between 9:30 or 9:45 up to 10 o'clock, where we have the massive squeeze that we've been seeing this so many, for so long. We've been seeing this happen, and I talk about this all the time. So I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there in a minute, but here we have we have market open right here, and this thing, it took a nosedive. On this candle here, you know, um, I'm watching for an entry. I was looking for a red to green move on this. I posted in chat that I'm watching for a red to green move on this, and I didn't quite get in. Oh, this thing is gonna get on my nerve here. I didn't quite get in on any of these candles here. What got me this morning? See, I started the day off this morning. I wasn't prepared. I wasn't in the mood. I should have just not traded today. You know, it wasn't a good start to the day for me. But anyway, I had this thing ready to go. And I'm watching this thing for a red to green move to happen here. And in this candle here, I was looking for this here to break this VWAP and go above, and which I should have waited, but I didn't. But as this move right here happened this morning, as it happens, I jumped in right here at the top, and it just didn't go. Excuse me, it just didn't go. And the VWAP, it didn't break, and it becomes a resistant or whatever, and it turned around, and I'm holding this thing on this green candle here. I'm still holding this thing, thinking it's gonna push up, and it dumped again. And I'm like, oh my god! At that point, I was down over $500, and I just cut it off, and I said, you know what? I'm not gonna trade no more. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna trade it no more because my head is just not in the right place, So I'm watching. I'm watching. And I'm telling myself I'm not gonna trade anymore. But I'm watching this consolidation right here. Caught my attention. I traded two stocks today, and I had another loss. Actually, I had another loss of I believe 200 and some change, or maybe like 250, 240. I don't remember, somewhere around there. But I was down $700 on the day, actually. And so this area right here, this consolidation area right here, I started to pay attention to it, and it's starting to get to that time, 950, and I'm watching this thing on a daily, not the daily. I'm sorry. I'm watching this thing on a 1 minute chart. So I say, you know what? I'm gonna switch because this setup right here was brewing for me. It was brewing. This right here was coming. It was brewing, and I'm watching it. So I switched to the 5 minute. Let me jump on the 5 minute. I switched to the 5 minute here, and this is what This is what I saw. This is what was going on. So here it is. Here it is. We have this. We have these pullbacks. So this is the dump. And we had another red candle, and here we have the first green candle right here. Now I'm watching this on the 5 minute for this 5 minute setup here, watching for the squeeze right here to happen. I keep posting in chat. I posted. I said, well, OSN is gonna squeeze. It's gonna squeeze. It's gonna squeeze. I keep saying it. Right around this area right here, because I'm watching this candle right here. But I'm watching. I wanted to get it on this candle right here because I'm looking for this candle to break this one, the body right here. I'm watching for this area right here to become, a support, and this right here to break, and we get a push, but it didn't do it on this candle right here. So I'm still watching, but now we have this green candle right here that came up, and it broke this one, and then you can see what happened here right around here, 9:50. What I said, 9:50, between 9:50 and 10 o'clock, 9:45, 9:50, 10 o'clock. That's when the squeeze happened. So as soon as we got in right here, my entry was 5:48 on this. As soon as it breaks right here, breaks the top here, I was in at 5:48, and I got this thing from the break here. Let me go back on the 1 minute. Let me go back on the 1 minute and I'll show you. I got in on one of these candles right here, um, at 5:48, and I held through this little thing here, and I got this whole squeeze right here all the way up to 6:12. Is where I exit the trade right out into the circuit breaker halt. I exit this trade right here. So, and I keep posting in chat. I kept posting it. I say, this thing is gonna squeeze. Watch out. OSN is gonna squeeze. And I jumped in off the 5 minute setup, and it happened. So that right there kind of put me back on the map. My loss, I was down, and it put me right back. In the position. So here it is. I actually did not hold through the halt. I got out right here at 6:12 at the top, and so I wasn't stuck in the circuit breaker. So the next setup on this I traded was here. This push right here. This push. I got this push right here. Um, and I'm gonna break it down for you. So this is another 5 minute setup. You see, you have to be on the 5 minute chart to see these things go down. To see these things. So a lot of people may look at it. Let me put it back up. A lot of people may look at these things. You know, as a flat top breakout, but it's not quite a flat top breakout, because it didn't really push that much. So I actually was looking at this as a flag, um like a flag. So, but here again, you have to go to the 5 minute. See, I keep stressing this. That the 5 minute chart is where all these setups, you will see them right before your eyes. Let me go back here. So let me just okay. Now here we are, the 5 minute, and let me get my tool. Get my tool here. So when you're on the 5 minute chart right now, and as we know, this is the squeeze that happened here, and this is the setup that I was watching, and you can see it. It's clear as day. Clear as day. There it is. Clear as day. And I post about this in chat again, that this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. I keep saying these things. Whenever I post in chat, I see these things a mile away, right? And whenever I start posting about a setup in chat, trust and believe there is money to be made, right? There is money right there to be made, and it's gonna happen because I see these things a mile away. And whenever I start posting about them in chat, be ready because it's coming, right? This setup right here, I kept talking about it. I kept posting about it. I will put it up. I don't feel like going back, but I kept post. If you're in my chat room, you will see how I post about these things, and you will see for yourself, right? I'm not making this thing up. I'm not making this thing up. I post about these things happening before they happen, and people make money from these setups, right? So here it is. Here go the flag right here. And all I was looking for is for this candle here to break right here, to break the top here, and for the squeeze. And that's exactly what happened. It broke here. The high of this red candle is 665. It broke the high, and I jumped in for this push all the way up to $7. So these moves right here that happened, I got them. I played these things perfect. And you look on the go back on the 1 minute, you see it's not. Look at that. You see, but you have to have an eye for these things. You have to be able to see these things and spot them from afar. You look on the 1 minute, and this right here, it just looked like a consolidation. But until you switch to the 5 minute chart, you will see it. Until you switch to the 5 minute chart, then you will see it clear, and it's there, and you get the squeeze. It's there. So I I cannot stress this enough. Cannot stress this enough. But like I said, these setups is there. They're there, guys. You just have to just learn to see them, learn to spot them. And I put these videos out, and people need to be watching these videos because these videos is gold. I'm giving away gems here. So I'm giving away gold, right? I'm literally giving you guys the formula. This is how I trade. In the morning, when I come in and I trade wash, and I trade what I learned from Mike, right? I trade the breakouts at open, and I trade the wash when they wash, and I got the pop. After that, after all that dies down at around 9:40, 9:45, I switched to trading my patterns, and these work for me. I'm not gonna say 100%, but you guys see it for yourself in chat. I post before it happened every day, right? Every day. So it's not rocket science. This thing is there. Study. I cannot stress enough how much you guys have to study these patterns and study these things, and you will see them. Just like I see them. I see these things a mile away. I don't mean to keep saying it over and over, but god damn it, I do. I do. I see them coming a mile away. And I post about them, and people make money from them, and I make money from them. They oh my god. All right, I'm gonna cut it here. I'm gonna call it here, guys. Um, but like I said, if you look on the weekly chart here, you can see that there is no natural resistance here to stop this thing until 98890 here, right? And this thing was going for the moon, and this is why I had it in my head that yeah, we may have a dump at open, but this thing is up 100% in pre-market. There's gonna be a squeeze at some point, and there it is. There it is. What I talk about right around that time. We have a little consolidation, and there it is. Right? There go the flag, and there go the next leg up. It's plain and simple. I don't know how else to explain this thing. Right? But there it is. All right. Good night.